along the way, we've developed a series of checklists that are our way of making sure that nothing bad happens, right? And if you stick to a really regimented sales process there, I think that delivers a repeatable and experience that people can count on, right? It's like going to a McDonald's, right? If you go to McDonald's in Tennessee or in Seattle, it's gonna taste exactly the same, right? And the way that they make it is exactly the same. And so, really to try to make sure that we've got a repeatable process and that it works, that's probably one of the big keys. I run a good sized team, but I still talk to every single customer, right? Like every time that a client is ready for a pre-approval or wants to do a refi analysis or is looking to make or once they actually get into contract, those are all key points where I talk to the customer, right? And so they're getting me, and what I tell our clients is they're not going to get all of me. Like I'm not going to be the only person inside of a process that does everything, but what that means is they get the best of me, right? So they get what they really want me to be working on inside their transaction. And
are you the first person they talk to?
Generally speaking, yes. Yeah.
Okay, and you're structuring the deal. You're having conversations with your customers about what could be best or what they want, and then you probably request the documentation. You hand it off to a team member, and then when do you talk to the customer next?
Yeah, so our process, right, if you will, is generally speaking, when a lead comes in, unless I'm tied up for a number of hours because we don't want to let too much time go by. But if a lead comes in, that's the next thing that I do, right, is I get on the phone and I call that lead. I honor the relationship, the person that referred them to me, and we talk a little bit about their wants and needs, right? We get an idea of what they're looking for. And then we, generally speaking, direct them to our online application. So they'll fill out that information there, get us their supporting documents. I mean, our system and most systems now can electronically verify lots of things. So by the time it comes back to us, we probably have what we need to, what we need to give them a pre-approval. But once they apply, that actually goes to one of my loan partners, and the loan partner will evaluate it, clean up any messes. Sometimes people put in that they make $100,000 a month when they meant to put in $100,000 a year, right? You got to tweak that application a little bit, make sure that it's right. And then they usually will give me we use Mortgage Coach for all of our customers. So they'll work up a total cost analysis so that I've got 2 or 3 or 4 different solutions of what might fit what the client wants. And then my assistant will call and book them a half an hour conversation with us, or maybe an hour in person if they'd like to, or maybe a Zoom meeting now. But where we actually dive into, hey, I've got all your financials. I know everything about you now. Let's dive into what you're looking for. You told me in the initial conversation this was important. Here's what I found, right? And then we go through their scenario.